the new Caitlin Clark Nike signature logo has been released.
The WNBA's MVP just lost it when she saw Caitlin Clark's Nike numbers. Y'all, the tea is scalding hot in the WNBA right now. When Nike dropped Caitlin Clark's signature logo on August 25th, 2025, sources are saying A'ja Wilson and other WNBA stars couldn't believe what they were seeing. Not just the logo, but the insane sales numbers that followed. Hello?
Bring you live on WNIK, and as usual, we're talking about Caitlin Clark.
We're talking about jerseys selling out in seconds, merchandise flying off shelves faster than Nike can stock them, and a whole lot of players wondering why they aren't getting this treatment.
So this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever, but developing a signature logo and a signature shoe does take time.
Today, we're diving into the jealousy, the drama, and the billions of dollars at stake.
But the logo is officially revealed, and I don't hate it. Like, it is what it is.
A'ja Wilson, 3-time MVP, 2-time champion, Olympic gold medalist, has been dominating the WNBA for years. She finally got her Nike signature shoe, the A1, in May 2025. They sold out in 5 minutes. Pretty good, right? Wrong, because then Caitlin Clark comes along and Wilson watches Clark's merchandise sell out in literal seconds. Not minutes, seconds.
It's a logo. I think $40 for these t-shirts is scandalous. I think they're absolutely scandalous. Like, especially when for $14.99.
Like, especially when for $14.99, sources close to the situation say Wilson was checking her phone when the Clark logo dropped, saw the sales numbers, and her reaction was priceless. Here's what went down. Nike unveils those interlocking C's for Caitlin Clark within minutes. Their website crashes. The navy and yellow t-shirt that dropped September 1st. Pre-orders already in the millions. Nike executives are popping champagne while other WNBA players are in their group chats going crazy.
There's a statement that says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range on the court. Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee.
And get this.
Clark's Kobe 5 Protros from July. They didn't just sell out, they resold for $42. That's more than 3 times retail. Meanwhile, other players' signature merchandise is still sitting on shelves. Can you imagine being a veteran player watching a second-year star get this treatment? Players who've been in the league for years, winning championships, making all-star teams. They're seeing Clark make more in endorsements than they've made in their entire careers. And when that logo dropped, sources say the jealousy went through the roof.
Caitlin for 3 right here. Nike better plaster Caitlin Clark's logo across America and across the world. They nailed it on the design, stick the landing on the rollout.
Think about it. Veteran all-stars with 5, 6, 7 years in the league, multiple championships, and they can't even get a shoe meeting with Nike. Now about A'ja Wilson specifically. Here's where it gets spicy. Wilson has been diplomatic in public, but sources close to the Las Vegas Aces say she was not happy seeing Clark's logo get more hype in one day than her A1 shoe got in its entire launch. Wilson has to be looking at the situation like this. She's out here putting up 27 points, 12 rebounds, winning games while Clark's been injured most of 2025, playing only 13 games and still getting signature products. The marketing disparity is insane. Remember what Wilson actually said back in 2024 after Clark's Nike deal was announced. She said it doesn't matter what black women do in sports, they still get swept under the rug. Those words still echo in WNBA locker rooms today. That's a real quote, not speculation. Let's talk numbers, because this is where players really get jealous. WNBA merchandise sales through Fanatics were up 500% in 2024. Player-specific apparel up 1,000%. And guess whose name is on most of that merchandise? Caitlin Clark.
Out in the merchandise right here. It looks like they're hanging a banner for it right there. That's pretty cool.
Her Indiana Fever jersey outsold the entire Dallas Cowboys merchandise last year. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, got beat by one player from Indiana. When other players see these numbers, they can't help but feel some type of way. And here's the kicker. Clark's been injured most of 2025. She's played 13 games, while A'ja Wilson's out here playing 26 games, putting up MVP numbers. And her merchandise isn't moving half of what Clark's does.
And as I already mentioned, the statement says that the two interwoven C's reflect Caitlyn's connection with the fans around the globe, and the smaller hidden C represents how Caitlyn's game was built from the inside out.
It's not just A'ja Wilson feeling the heat. Angel Reese, who signed with Reebok, watched Clark's logo reveal and immediately had to be thinking about her own shoe launch. Her Angel Reese 1 drops in September 2025, and Reebok's already nervous it won't match Clark's numbers. Sabrina Ionescu has her own Nike shoe, but even she was shocked at Clark's sales velocity. Breanna Stewart with Puma had to be reconsidering everything after seeing Clark's nerves. The reality is brutal. These are all-stars, MVPs, champions who've built this league, done the hard work, and then Clark walks in and gets everything. The resentment is building.
It's noise that I don't really listen to, honestly, because I'm in season. I have other things that we need to worry about than what other people have to say. I have a scout, I have 11 other minds on my team in my locker room that we got to make sure that we're on the same mindset. So I really can't give you the best answer on that because I really don't pay any attention to it. My goal is just to go out there and be the best that I can be for my teammates, both on and off the court, and we're going to go out there and be us.
The stats back this up. Wilson has 3 MVP awards, 2 championships, and 7 All-Star selections. But her signature shoe came years after many believed she deserved it. Meanwhile, Clark got her deal before even playing a professional game. Wilson has been vocal about this. In 2025, she talked about how black women in sports work 10 times harder just to be seen.
Blind rank WNBA players, A'ja Wilson.
I'm going 1.
I'm going to put A'ja 2. I'm holding my 1 spot.
Kelsey Plum.
I'm going to put her 4.
I think I'll go 4 too.
Breanna Stewart.
Bree, she's going 2.
I'm really scared of who's left, though. That's my only issue. Okay, let's put Breanna 3.
Caitlin Clark. That's going to be your 1?
I have to put her 1.
She hasn't played a minute.
I know she hasn't.
She hasn't played a minute.
I know she hasn't, but these teams have never sold out their season tickets ever in the history of the WNBA.
People understand. They just being stupid. It's not.
A'ja Wilson she doesn't have the kind of aesthetic game that's gonna resonate. Like all of y'all talking about A'ja get a shoe deal. Are you gonna buy those shoes? Stop being full of shit. No, you're not. Be for real.
She mentioned needing allies to speak up in spaces where her path was never supposed to go. These aren't made up quotes. This is what she actually said. Social media went nuclear when Clark's logo dropped. Fans noticed that A'ja Wilson went private on Twitter shortly after certain controversial tweets resurfaced. Interesting timing. Was it related to the Clark announcement? We can't say for sure, but the timing is suspicious. WNBA Twitter was split into camps. Team Clark versus Team everyone else. Players' burner accounts were working overtime. The subtweeting was at an all-time high. Sophie Cunningham from The Fever posted a joking tweet about the logo, saying she'd never be cool enough to have her own logo. But other players didn't find it funny. The tension was palpable. Here's what's really wild. Nike had to make a choice. Internal sources say there was a massive debate about whether to push Wilson's A1 shoe first or go all in on Clark. The marketing team argued for months. Think about it. Nike's stock price has been struggling, down from $168 to around 78 to 79 in August 2025. The board is putting massive pressure to maximize Clark's marketability. They don't care about hurt feelings, they care about profit. The compromise: release Wilson's shoe first in May, then go nuclear with Clark's logo in August. But Wilson and others saw right through this strategy. It's like getting the appetizer when someone else gets the 5-course meal. The tension isn't just in boardrooms, it's in locker room. When the Fever play the Aces, sources say you can feel the competitive edge sharpen. Wilson barely acknowledges Clark during warm-ups. All business, no pleasantries. Remember, Clark topped fan voting for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game with over 1.2 million votes, shattering her own record. But when WNBA players rank guards, they put Clark at 9th. The disconnect between fan love and peer respect is massive. Other teams have had to address the elephant in the room. Coaches are trying to keep their players focused while understanding their frustration about the marketing disparity. Let's be real about why players are so upset. Clark's $28 million Nike deal is more than most WNBA players will make in their entire careers from salary. The average WNBA salary is around $120,000. Clark makes that in like 3 days from her Nike deal alone. When Clark's logo dropped, players did the math. If her merchandise keeps selling at this rate, she could make more in 1 year of endorsements than the entire Aces roster makes in salary. That's driving players insane. Consider this. Wilson's been in the league since 2018, won everything there is to win, and her total career earnings from salary are less than what Clark makes from Nike in 1 year. And here's where it gets really juicy. Clark's actual signature shoe doesn't drop until 20 players are already dreading it. They know when that shoe drops, it's going to be chaos. Wilson might be considering her options if Nike doesn't give her equal marketing push. Other players are having similar conversations with their agent. The entire endorsement landscape of the WNBA could shift because of Clark's success. Angel Reese has already made it clear she expects Reebok to go all out for her shoe launch in September. She's been vocal about wanting her piece of the pie. The pressure is mounting. Let me break down the brutal comparisons. A'ja Wilson, 3 MVPs, 2 championships, took years to get a signature shoe. Caitlin Clark, 1 Roy Award, gets $28 million before playing a game. Angel Reese, double-double machine, fighting for recognition with Reebok. Sabrina Ionescu has a Nike shoe, but nowhere near Clark's marketing push. Breanna Stewart, Puma athlete watching Nike, dominate the conversation. The disparity is glaring. Wilson's A1 shoe sold out in 5 minutes. Impressive. But Clark's Kobe Peck sold out in seconds and resold for 3 times retail. That's gotta sting. September 1st is D-Day. When Clark's logo t-shirt officially drops, players will be watching those sales numbers like hawks. If it sells out in seconds, which it will, we might see some players actually speak out publicly. The WNBA Players Association has been discussing marketing equality for years. This situation with Clark is bringing all those conversations to a head. They want rising tides to lift all boats, not just the SS Caitlin Clark. Nike knows this is coming and has meetings scheduled with Wilson and other athletes to smooth things over. But how do you smooth over $1 billion disparity? This drama goes beyond just jealousy. It's about the future of the WNBA. Players worry that if one player gets all the marketing, it hurts the league's growth. Look at the TV ratings. Clark's return from injury on June 14, 2025, pulled 2.2 million viewers, the 3rd most watched WNBA game ever on ABC. It peaked at 2.8 million. That's a 76% increase from last season's average. Other players' games lucky to break 500,000.
TV ratings are up 300% since Caitlin Clark entered the league. Her games averaged 1.2 million viewers. Her return game peaked at 2.8 million viewers on ABC. One of the highest ever. This is in the middle of a random game in the season. She's featured nearly half of the most watched WNBA games, period. And I would argue that she brought a lot of attention to the league in and of itself, not just her. Clark is responsible for 26% of all WNBA economic activity. She's expected to help drive $875 million to $1 billion in 2025 revenue.
Veterans fear younger players will only chase marketing appeal instead of championships. The competitive balance of the league could shift based on who gets shoe deals, not who wins games. Here's what nobody wants to admit. Clark's marketability is different. She moves merchandise at a rate the WNBA has never seen. Nike has data showing she brings in fans who've never watched women's basketball, but other players argue they never got the chance to be marketed like Clark. Wilson never got national commercials as a rookie. Diana Taurasi got a shoe her rookie year back in 2005, but that was a different era. The reality, Clark isn't just a player, she's a phenomenon. Her college scoring record of 3,067 points made her a household name before she even entered the WNBA. Other players need to accept that or it'll eat them alive. Look, whether you love her or hate her, Caitlin Clark has changed the game forever. Nike's betting billions on her success, and other players are watching their own endorsement opportunities shrink in her shadow. A'ja Wilson might be the MVP on the court, but Clark's the MVP at the cash register, and that has the entire WNBA establishment shook. The jealousy is real. The drama is intense, and it's only going to get worse when that signature shoe drops into it. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about money, power, and respect. And right now, Caitlin Clark has all three, while other players are left wondering when it'll be their turn. If you're here for this WNBA drama, smash that subscribe button and comment below. Team Clark or Team everyone else?